Hi guys! Happy Friday! It's time for more science. I have 3 experiments and they all involve wind. I thought it'd be kind of fun to go outside since it was a nice beautiful day. So, the first experiment we're going to do, we're going to create a balloon rocket. I know, it sounds dangerous, but I promise it's not. What you're going to need, string, a straw, a balloon, and some tape, okay? So I've already put my straw on some string and tied my string across my backyard. The string needs to be super tight. I only use a little bit of a straw. You can use a full straw as long as you take off, like if it's a bendy straw, you have to take off the bendy part. Because if it has the bend, it's not going to work that well. And it really needs to be a tight string or it's not going to work. Next thing you're going to do, you're going to take your balloon, blow it up, and then I'm going to put tape on the front and the back of my straw and to hold the balloon to it, okay? But when you blow up your balloon, don't tie it, okay, friends? So let's see. So here's my balloon. Got some tape on my watch, so I'm going to tape my balloon to my straw. There's a piece there. You just pinch it closed so no air escapes, okay? Tape it here. There we go. Push it tight. And then you just bring it back to the start. And when you're ready, you let go. And when you want to try again, you just bring it back, blow it back up, and try again. Let's see if I can do it. Let's see. Ready, set, launch. Okay, it didn't go that far this time. It has gone further before. I'm not sure why it's not working for me right now, but that's okay. I want you guys to do it. You can put it between 2 chairs. You can put it against the, tape it to the walls, but again, just make sure the string's nice and tight. Well, it's gonna be time for experiment number 2. Let me go set that up for us. Okay, it's time for experiment number 2. For this one, we're gonna make rocket pinwheels. Again, I know, sounds scary, but I promise you it's not. And we can use a lot of the same things. We're gonna need a balloon, some tape, a straw. This time we need a bendy straw. And then you're gonna need a pencil and a straight pin. Not a push pin, a straight pin, okay? So I'm gonna take this off so I can show you how we make it, okay? So you start with a bendy straw and you've gotta make sure it bends. So make sure it bends. Then you're gonna take your balloon, put it on the opposite end. That's the other end, okay? And you're gonna wrap it around itself and you're gonna tape it closed. But when you're holding it tight or holding it to tape it, don't pinch the straw. You need to have the straw open at the end so we can blow air into it, okay? So I'm gonna take some tape. I'm gonna tape my balloon to my straw by taping it around itself, holding it tight. There we go. You may need to use 2 or 3 pieces of tape. You may only need 1. There we go. The way you test if it's working or not, you just blow into your straw. It inflated for me, so I must be doing it right. Great. Okay, so then what you're gonna do, you're gonna take your straw with your balloon on it, put it about an inch away from the end of the balloon, and then you're gonna take your straight pin and push it through the straw and into the eraser, okay? I've tried this with a push pin and it didn't quite, it does go through, but it doesn't work well, and I'll show you guys why in a minute. So you want to make sure that your bendy straw is pointing to you. Hold on. There we go. I think we're ready for launch. Might need to put it a little bit further. And then you just blow into it. Let's see. Woo! There we go. And so you can just keep blowing into it and letting it twirl around. The reason the push pin didn't work is because when I blew into it and let it go, it would swirl around so much, it came off. Now friends, when we're, oops, there went my eraser. When we're using the push pin, only mommy and daddies use the push pin because it's sharp and I don't want anyone hurting themselves, okay? Well, that's experiment number 2. It's time for me to get experiment 3 ready. So let's me have some time to get it ready and I'll meet you back here. Okay, so we made a rocket balloon. We made a rocket pinwheel. Now it's time for something a little bit even, well, just as safe, but a little bit more friendly. A regular safe pinwheel. just a normal pinwheel, okay? So what we're gonna need is, you're gonna need this piece of paper, or you can make your own square. But what I like is it has the instructions on here in case you forget to, listen to me again. But what we're gonna do, you can have, you can color this side and all of this side, okay? And then we're gonna cut out just on the outside for the time being, okay? So I'm gonna color mine and cut mine out, and then I'll meet you back here after you guys finish coloring yours too, okay? Okay, so I colored mine front and back. Now what we're gonna do, see these dotted lines from the corners? We're gonna cut just to the circle. We're not cutting out that circle, we just cut on those lines, okay? So I'm gonna cut my lines. Remember, when you're cutting, thumb stays up because we wanna make sure we're giving ourselves a good job. And to do that, our thumb stays up in the small hole and the rest of our fingers in the big hole. So there's 2, 3, and here's number 4. Okay, so I've got mine. Now what you need is to use a straight pin or a push pin, and this is where you're gonna need mommy and daddy to help, okay? You're gonna need to poke holes into each of those dots, and you need to wiggle them around a bit, so that way they have some room to swirl, okay? So I poked one hole. Oop, there we go. I did 2 holes in that one, so there's a hole there. Here's the next corner. I'm trying to be very careful so I don't even poke myself because I don't want anyone getting hurt. And I wiggle it around. Whoop, 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 whoop. And I may be poking a little different part of that so I got a little bit more room. I'm going to do that for each corner and then in the middle. Okay, so there's 2. Working on number 3. There we go. And corner number 4, because there are 4 corners. 4 holes. There we go. I just need to do the 1 hole there. And then the one in the middle. Remember, I want mommies and daddies doing this. I don't want our friends getting hurt. Now, what I found easiest is to take your pin, fold one corner in, and then put your pin through that. Find the next hole, bring that in, stick your pin through it that way. Rather than trying to put it all together and then put it over the middle and then put the pin in. So you just bring in those holes, put your pin through the hole, and then line it up with the hole in the middle. Make sure you're not poking yourself. There we go. And then you just put it into the top of an eraser. There we go. And it should look like that. And hopefully it works. Let's see. There we go. So you can use your own air to blow it, or if there's a nice breeze, you can have it blowing through it too. And that's how you make a simple little pinwheel. And so we used our own air. We can use the wind to help blow things and move things around. Who knew that air from us and from the wind could be so powerful? How cool is that? Well, I hope you enjoyed these experiments. Until next time, may God bless you and your families. Bye. Have a great weekend.